Known for their beautiful style of football, the Netherlands is a country that has produced some of the greatest players to ever grace the pitch. From legendary strikers to commanding defenders, the Dutch national team has been a powerhouse for decades. From total football legends to modern-day maestros, we're counting down the top 20 Netherlands players who defined the beautiful game. Number 20, Patrick Kluivert. While not quite able to match Wilkes' insane goals-to-game average, Patrick Kluivert was similarly ruthless in the final third. A fleet-footed forward with a great turn of pace, the striker managed 40 goals in 79 appearances for the Oranje. He was the Netherlands' all-time top goal scorer until 2015 and peaked at Euro 2000 on home soil. Kluivert played for many top European clubs, starting with Ajax, where he achieved 2 Eredivisie titles, 1 Champions League title and many domestic trophies. He also played for Barcelona for the longest period, where he achieved 1 La Liga title. In the later part of his career, he played for clubs like Newcastle United, Valencia, PSV and Lille. Number 19, Frank de Beer. Frank de Beer may not be the most talented coach, struggling during his short stint as Netherlands boss, but he was a superb defender for the Oranje during his playing days. With a great range of passing and brilliant athleticism, he was a trendsetter for modern defenders during the 1990s. For Oranje, he achieved 4th highest position in the World Cup 1998 and was featured in the FIFA World Cup All-Star team. De Beer peaked in his club career with his first club, Ajax, winning 5 Eredivisie titles and the Champions League in 1994, along with the UEFA Super Cup. He also later joined Barcelona, where he won a league title. Number 18, Willem van Hanegem. Nicknamed a Crom for his ability to put exceptional swerve on his passes, Willem van Hanegem was a maestro in the centre of the park. Regarded as one of the greatest midfielders the country has produced, he was close to greatness at the 1974 World Cup, but fell just short. Playing alongside some of the Netherlands' best players during his prime, Feyenoord was his primary club, where he achieved and was able to showcase his talent. Van Hanegem won 3 Eredivisie titles, 1 Champions League title and the Intercontinental Cup. Number 17, Giovanni van Bronckhorst. Giovanni van Bronckhorst may not have been the most glamorous name on the team sheet, but his consistency for the Netherlands across a 14-year spell speaks volumes about his quality and character. The left-back, who played for the likes of Arsenal and Barcelona, where he achieved many club trophies such as 1 Champions League title, 1 La Liga title, 1 Premier League title and an FA Cup, racked up 106 appearances for the Oranje and produced an absolute rocket to help the Netherlands reach the World Cup final in 2010. Beyond his individual brilliance, Van Bronckhorst was widely respected for his leadership and experience on the pitch. He captained both his club teams and the Dutch national team, guiding them through important matches and competitions. Number 16, Wesley Sneijder. Wesley Sneijder was a very talented football player from the Netherlands. He was especially good at controlling the ball and passing it to his teammates. The man who has worn the orange jersey most frequently over the years, Wesley Sneijder is a Dutch legend. So close to glory at the 2010 World Cup, the former midfielder managed an astounding 134 caps for Holland across 17 years. A supreme technician in the number 10 role, it's easy to forget just how talented Sneijder was in his prime, enjoying some brilliant moments for the Netherlands at major tournaments. Peaking in 2009, he secured the Serie A, Coppa Italia, UEFA Champions League and FIFA Club World Cup, missing out on the Ballon d'Or by a fine margin. Number 15, Jaap Stam. A bruising centre-half, Jaap Stam was as fierce as he looked on the football pitch. However, beyond his physicality, the Manchester United legend showcased excellent technical ability at the back, even shifting to right back when required. He won 3 Premier League titles in a row and was featured in the PFA Team of the Year 3 times. He also won the UEFA Champions League with United. Apart from United, he played for prominent clubs like AC Milan, Ajax, Lazio and PSV. Stam played over 60 times for the Netherlands national team. He was a key player when the Netherlands reached the semi-finals of the 1998 World Cup. However, he was unable to claim any titles with the Dutch national team. In an all-time Dutch 11, he would be the first name picked at the back. Number 14, Edgar Davids. Known for his unique goggles, Edgar Davids was a tough tackling midfielder with great technical ability. Despite his slight frame, the former Juventus man was not to be messed with, never afraid of lunging into challenges with necessary venom. The fact that Edgar Davids played for so many different clubs should not be taken as a knock against his quality. The Pitbull played for teams in Holland, Italy, England and Spain, but was most successful during his time with Ajax and then Juventus. As an Ajax product, Davids had great technical ability but got his nickname for his fantastic defensive work. For the Netherlands, he finished 4th in the FIFA World Cup 1998 and placed 3rd in both the UEFA European Championship in 2000 and 2004. Number 13, Ruud van Nistelrooy, another prolific Dutchman who was ruthless in and around the penalty area. Former Manchester United striker, was unsurprisingly devastating for the Netherlands. He managed to score a goal exactly every 2 games, finishing with 35 strikes in 70 matches. Named in the Euro 2004 team of the tournament, tournament, his performances earned him a move to the English club Manchester United, where he really became a star. At Manchester United, Van Nistelrooy was one of the most feared strikers in the Premier League. Van Nistelrooy's goal-scoring record at Manchester United was incredible, as he found the net over 150 times. Even when Van Nistelrooy left Manchester United, he continued to score goals at other top clubs like Real Madrid in Spain. Number 12, Ruud Krol. Ruud Krol was a legendary Dutch football player who had a very successful career. He was known as an excellent defender who could also contribute to the attack. Krol was versatile enough to appear in any defensive position, including defensive midfield, but he played mainly as a central defender. Ruud Krol helped the Netherlands reach the World Cup final in both 1974 and 1978. While he wasn't able to win the Netherlands their first World Cup, he was part of the original total football side of the 1970s. Along with his time at Ajax, Krol also played for Napoli but had all of his success with the Dutch club, conquering Europe on 3 occasions with Ajax at the club level. Number 11, Clarence Seedorf. Midfielders don't come more graceful than Clarence Seedorf. Seedorf started his professional career with the famous Ajax club in the Netherlands. He quickly showed his ability to control the game and create chances for his teammates. This led to him getting a move to play for some of the biggest clubs in Europe, like Internazionale and AC Milan. At AC Milan, Seedorf became one of the best midfielders in the world. He helped the team win several major trophies, including the UEFA Champions League on 4 different occasions. He remains the only player to have won the Champions League with 3 different clubs. An elegant footballer with an eye for a pass and the capacity to produce a crunching tackle, there is a reason he was so successful for a host of different teams. On the international stage, Seedorf helped the Oranje to 3 major tournament semi-finals with his tenacious displays, representing his country 87 times over a 14-year period. Number 10, Robin van Persie. The former Arsenal and Manchester United striker found goals easy to come by throughout his career, be it in the Eredivisie with Feyenoord, the Premier League, where he won the Golden Boot twice, in Turkey with Fenerbahce, or when pulling on the famous Oranje shirt. Van Persie went to 4 World Cups and 2 European Championships with his country, starting every match during their run to the 2010 World Cup final and captaining them to the semi-finals 4 years later, scoring a spectacular diving header in a 5-1 win over Spain. That was Van Persie all over. His goals were rarely boring, often spectacular, and usually important. He remains the Netherlands' all-time top scorer with 50 goals in 102 caps. Number 9, Edwin van der Sar, the Netherlands' second most capped player behind Wesley Sneijder and one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time. Van der Sar lined up between the sticks 130 times during his 21-year international career. The lanky goalkeeper was a 2-time European Goalkeeper of the Year winner, a European and multiple league champion with Ajax and Manchester United, and boasts the record for the longest streak without conceding at 1,311 minutes. Van der Sar was also something of a revolutionary, where other goalkeepers struggled with their kicking after the introduction of the back pass rule. In 1992, Van der Sar excelled, and he was evergreen, having first been recognised as the best goalkeeper in Europe in 1995. Van der Sar won it again in 2009. Number 8, Arjen Robben. Robben was unstoppable in his prime, when infuriated opposition defences knew full well that the Dutch winger would cut inside from the right wing and shoot with his lethal left foot, but were unable to do much about it. He scored the winner in the 2013 Champions League final for Bayern Munich, one of 20 trophies he won in Bavaria, and lifted league titles with PSV, Chelsea, and Real Madrid too. More importantly, for these purposes, Robben was instrumental in the Netherlands reaching the World Cup final in 2010 and 3rd place 4 years later, with his performances in Brazil earning him 3rd place in the tournament's individual accolades. Number 7, Frank Rijkaard. The classy midfielder was a key part of one of the greatest club teams European football has ever produced. Arrigo Sacchi's all-conquering AC Milan of the late 80s and early 90s, where he won 2 consecutive European Cups in a Dutch-flavoured side featuring his international teammates Ruud Gullit and Marco van Basten. Rijkaard was also crucial to the Netherlands' only major international honour when they won Euro 1988, earning a place in the team of the tournament. In an international career spanning 14 years, Rijkaard made 73 appearances for his country in total and was influential on later generations of ball-playing defensive midfielders. Number 6, Johan Neeskens. Neeskens was one of the stars of a Dutch side that is widely considered one of the best, if not the best, international teams to never win a major honour. The former Ajax and Barcelona midfielder scored the opening goal in the 1974 World Cup final, but it was one of 2 finals in a row that the Netherlands would lose to West Germany and Argentina, respectively. Nevertheless, Neeskens enjoyed a hugely successful career, winning domestic and European titles at the club level, and he is remembered as one of the best in his position of all time and one of the earliest box-to-box midfielders. Number Dennis Bergkamp, an incredibly classy second striker who was just as happy to play in teammates as take a whack at goal himself, and he was certainly capable of doing that. Bergkamp played a huge part in changing long-held, old-school English perceptions of what a centre-forward could and should do around the turn of the millennium. The Arsenal legend's ability to conjure spectacular goals out of thin air made him one of the most exciting strikers ever to grace the Premier League, and a key figure during the Gunners' glorious era of success around the turn of the century under Arsene Wenger. Bergkamp also scored one of the greatest ever World Cup goals against Argentina as the Netherlands reached the semi-finals of France at '98, the year he became his country's all-time top scorer. Number 4, Ronald Koeman. The bane of England in their doomed 1994 World Cup qualification attempt, Koeman made it his business to be a pain in the backside both on and off the ball throughout his playing career, carving out a reputation as one of the best attack-minded defenders in the dying days of the sweeper role. It worked. Where Koeman went, trophies followed. A versatile operator capable of playing in defence or midfield and scoring a boatload of goals along the way, the Dutchman won the European Cup with PSV before scoring the winner for Johan Cruyff's Barcelona dream team when they beat Sampdoria to secure European glory. Koeman's legendary legacy is also down to his contribution to the national team. He was named in the team of the tournament when the Netherlands won Euro 1988, scoring a penalty to help knock out host West Germany in the semi-finals. Number 3, Ruud Gullit. Gullit's distinctive dreadlocks could be seen all over the pitch, from defence to midfield to attack, and the 1987 Ballon d'Or winner possessed levels of versatility and elegance that few, if any, players have matched before or since. Starting as a sweeper at Feyenoord, Gullit then became a midfield playmaker before playing wide in the front three or as a trequartista at AC Milan. Imagine having that in Football Manager. Gullit's genius for space was such that his Chelsea teammates could not keep up with him when Glenn Hoddle initially tried him out in a sweeper role following his trailblazing move in 1995, quickly moving him into midfield for the good of the team. A double European champion with the Italian side, he was also the first and only Dutch captain to lift a major honour, scoring in a 2-0 win over the Soviet Union in the final of Euro 1988. Number 2, Marco van Basten. Van Basten's list of achievements is nothing short of remarkable. 301 goals, 3 European Cups, 11 domestic trophies, 1 European Championship, and 3 Ballon d'Ors. Given the weight of that haul, it's amazing to think that Van Basten could have achieved even more were it not for injury cruelly ending his career at the age of 28. There's a generation of fans who still insist he would now feature strongly in the running for the world's greatest ever centre-forward if he hadn't had to stop so young. A pure centre-forward with an unstoppable instinct for goals, he was dangerous with either foot and capable of finding the net from almost anywhere, as his most famous strike, the ludicrous angled volley in the triumphant Euro 1988 final, demonstrated emphatically. Number 1, Johan Cruyff. Well, obviously, we could run this feature in another 50 years and we suspect Johan Cruyff would still be sitting at the top of the list. His ability and influence simply cannot be overstated. Cruyff was more than just a footballer. The Dutch great was a visionary whose ideas helped change the game. The Amsterdam native helped dream up the fluid, modern, total football concept, along with coach Rinus Michels, and it brought staggering success as Cruyff won 18 major honours, including 3 consecutive European Cups with Ajax, as well as 3 Ballon d'Ors. He went on to revolutionise Barcelona too, helping the Catalans end a 14-year wait for a La Liga title, while he was the figurehead of arguably the greatest national team never to win a World Cup, the Netherlands team of 1974. Keep in mind that before Cruyff burst onto the scene, the Dutch had not so much as qualified for a major tournament since 1938. With Cruyff leading the way, however, they immediately reached the World Cup final, an incredible and rapid ascent that will probably never be repeated. Cruyff, of course, was named player of the tournament. Despite ultimately losing to Germany in the final, Cruyff's influence would extend well beyond his playing career. The exploits of Cruyff and co are credited with inspiring the next generation of Dutch superstars to Euro 1988 glory, while his managerial career and philosophy on the game were just as influential. He had a profound effect on a young Pep Guardiola at Barcelona. Quite simply, Johan Cruyff will forever be one of the greatest ever to step onto a football pitch. Many outstanding players deserve a spot on the list of the Netherlands' top 20 players of all time, but this video is dedicated to just 20. Share in the comments who you think should have made the list. For more videos like this, click on the right to watch the documentary on Ricardo Kaká and on the left to explore the incredible journey of Thiago Alcantara.